Yes, welcome, Raman sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Raman
sir.
sir.
Hey, good
Request
morning.
to
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
request to all zone chairman who presents here, please send a message in your zone group. Already zone 9, zone 6, zone 8 had put the message.
Good morning, Raman sir and Komal sir.
Yes, good morning.
What message, sir?
यस 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 सर, आपका मैसेज काफी बढ़िया था हिंदी और इंग्लिश में.
Thank you very much.
काफी सारे ट्रेनर भी यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं जिन्होंने आज मॉर्निंग में ट्रेनिंग भी अटेंड की थी एज अ कोच की. यस, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. और आप अपने ग्रुप में अपने टेबल में एक रिमाइंडर मैसेज भी छोड़ सकते हैं ताकि जिन जिन लोगों को ज्वाइन करना हो वो याद करके वापस से उस लिंक पे क्लिक करके ज्वाइन हो सके. फ्लायर में सिर्फ आईडी और पासवर्ड दिया गया है, बट साथ में एक लिंक भी शेयर की गई है, तो वो लिंक भी आप शेयर कर दें. लिंक पे सिर्फ क्लिक करेंगे तो वो ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे. 2 मिनट का वक्त है. आफ्टर 2 minutes वी स्टार्ट एट 11. Yes, people is continuous joining. सबसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि आपके नाम के आगे आपका जो जोन है वो लिखिए ताकि पता चले कि कौन कौन से जोन से लोग आज जुड़े हैं, तो हमें भी ध्यान में आए कि कौन सा जोन एक्टिव है. तो आपका जो नाम है, बिफोर योर नेम प्लीज पुट योर जोन नेम लाइक Z8, Z1, Z6, Z13, Z9. So we identify that you are from which zone. And if you are non-JC and you are getting a link from your friends or any other things, that's just put the guest G. So we identify that you are a guest today. Please. Thank you very much. काफी सारे लोगों ने अपने नाम के आगे अपना जोन लिख दिया है. Thank you. In 1 minute time, we start our training.
Good morning, Komal sir ji.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
JCOM.
Yes, JCOM. This is a slogan given by our national chairman, sir, Sri Dirajit Singh. Yes, now it's time to start. It's sharp 11. So thank you very much for joining. Some rule for this online training. You can keep your mic mute. If you have any questions, we are taking all questions at the end of this training. Before 10 minutes, we take the all questions. If you have any questions and if you think that you forgot, then you type in the chat at the end. Our trainer, sir, or me read your questions. So no problem. So during the training, you can keep your mic mute, and if possible, you can keep your camera on. If your internet or bandwidth is not permit, then you can keep your camera off. But you keep your mic on when you are getting a chance to speak or ask the questions. Number one. Yes, I am JC Komal Kumar Sir, JCI Senator Komal Kumar Sir, in the capacity of the chairman of this event. I call this training means JCOM hour, second JCOM hours to order. Now it's a time for JCI value. I request all, please keep your mic mute. Otherwise, it creates a kiosk. And you can recite the JCI creed. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free man through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of man, that earth great treasures lies in human personality, and the service to humanity is the best work of life. Thank you. I, JCI Senator Komal Kumar Sir, welcome our today's trainer, Raman Sir, and I welcome all of you. All protocol observed. I heartily welcome the all current and past zone and national officers. If I am not recognizing anyone, just forgive me, because this is only 1 hour program. So we quickly move to the next part of the agenda. Now, the JCOM hour. JCOM hour is an initiative of JCI India. There are we are arranging different types of meeting. Exactly same way. Daily we need some kinds of extra knowledge to grow our business, and JCOM hour. This is an exclusive 45 minutes training program by our JCI India renowned trainers, and this training is only on the business related topics. If you wish that you need or your zone wants a training on this subject, you can connect with your zone chairman and send the topics through NVC or directly to the national chairman, sir, because it's a 52 Sundays and we are arranging a training of 45 minutes on 52 Sundays. So JCOM hour, I request all of you that please share 11 to 12 every Sunday and learn something new to grow your business. So now it's a time for introduction of our speaker. Sir itself a very big brand of JCI India. So I am a very small person to introduce this sir, but sir is a businessman and mentor by profession and mentor for so many businessmen and entrepreneurs. He is the key person who is involved in that and design the structures and the policy of JC's Chamber of Commerce. He is the past EVP of JCI India and international graduate of JCI India, JCI University, USA. One of the best business trainers in JCI India, and so many times in ABLE. I hope many of you have attended the ABLE and you know this very well. He is a managing director of Tripet Electricals and Electric House and the founder directors of Global Connect Private Limited. He is the CEO of Vivekananda Institute for Scientific and Technological Applications and Research. He is the national head of Training and Development Division of Global Garner Sales Services Private Limited and the state head for the Uttar Pradesh region of Global Garner. And there are so many achievements and conducted so many trainings on the business and different types of topics. There is a long introduction, but due to the timing, I'm giving a short introduction in short. And now I hand over the floor to sir for today's topic. Once again, I request you to keep your mic mute. Whatever questions you have, you can type in the chat or ask in the at the end of the session. I recognize the presence of our national chairman, sir, Sri Didarjit Singh, sir. Now I hand over the floor to trainer, sir. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Komalji, and respected National Chairman Didar, and my fellow JCs, non-JCs, businessmen who are present on this platform today. When I was thinking on what should I be talking about, so I talked to a few of my people. He said, "Sir, the most burning thing nowadays in business is funding. Courtesy to this this television program Shark Tank and all, somehow this funding has become a hype in business. So I thought I should talk about the myths and realities of funding and how me and you, the businesses like ours, can have the access to the funding, and how can we prepare our businesses for this outside funding. Let me share my screen and then we'll start ahead. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
So I've been asked to take care of Hindi-speaking participants also. So in between, if I shift to a little bit of Hindi, please don't mind, then I'll be translating it in English also. So my dear friends, let's understand the business scenario when we talk about funding. Funding is required for flourishing any business. Very few of us have sufficient amount of money to run a business. I believe if we have that sufficient amount, we will not do business. We will enjoy that money. Because we don't have that sufficient amount of money, we get into the process of making money. So when we get into the process of making money, the raw material is money itself. So to flourish a business, business is a money game. Let's understand it. Business is a money game. To grow the business, one must grow the money involved in this process. When we talk about growing our business, at the back of our mind and the process involved, that the money involved in this business should grow, should become bigger. It should also be not only growing, it should also be well managed. The reality is majority of the businesses do not have required or adequate money. My understanding to this is there is a required amount of money for any business to grow, and there is an adequate amount of money which makes that business grow. So that is a basic amount where we start the business, and an adequate amount which will help business run smoothly. The majority of us do not have the access to the required money. That is also a fact. That's also a fact. We need money, but do we really have the access to that money? Do we have, do our people have, or do we have access to the money lying in the bank, lying in the other institutions, non-banking organizations? Where do we have access to? No, not majority of us do not have access to that. And many also do not understand that borrowing or engaging outside money is an integral part of business process, or the processes of business. This is now this mindset is changing. When I started business in 1981, my dad gave me 30,000 rupees. He was a banker. He was an employee, a banker, a person in service. He said, this is all I had in my saving. 30,000 rupees in 1981 was a huge amount. So when I worked on my business plan, I said that this 30,000 rupees is not enough, not adequate to start the business what I'm planning to start. I need some loans. His first reaction, being a banker even, his first reaction was, udhar ka paisa nahi lena. Because we were born and brought up in a family where the udhar was treated as a bad thing. I was to start my business in December 1980, but it took me 6-7 months to make my father understand that this much money is required. And my first borrowing from the same bank, UCO Bank, was another 30,000 rupees as cash credit limit. So businesses require money, and we should understand that money is the raw material, sort of raw material for a business. If we do not have, there are people who have money as a product. There are organizations who have money as a product, who will give that product or sell that product and make money out of that. So it is also a business. There is nothing stigma on it. There is nothing bad thing about it. Right? So that mindset, fortunately, now from this generation, that mindset is going. Now it is not much of them, but when we started, it was there. Still in a smaller towns, it is still there. Now, what are the funding options available which are commonly used? I'll quickly run through that. Banks and other financial institutions, they are very commonly used. We use them for term loan, working capital loan, machinery and equipment loan, invoicing loan. All those loans are available in the banks. Then we have angel investors, the individual who have a lot of money, invest that money in our project or in our business. Then we have partners and venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are the companies who put their money in our business, and sometimes they become the part of our business also. Then crowdfunding and cloud funding, nowadays it is also becoming very, very popular. When we pitch our business to different people and then we ask money. Then there are government schemes, so many government schemes. Earlier, people were not much aware of those government schemes who are making those borrowing very easy for the businesses. But there are a lot of borrowing. And is this IPO not very commonly used because there are only few companies. आने वाली slides में मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि बहुत ही कम लोग हैं जो कंपनीज हैं जो अपने शेयर्स ऑफर कर रहे हैं जो आईपीओस लेके आए. Very, very small, but yes, it's a very, very popular way of getting money. And market credit. This is very interesting. I like to talk about it in at a later stage, but it is very, very interesting. We people in the business do not value it, but this makes our business very smartly financially handled. Then we come on the few government schemes which are available for small businesses, and we most of us, we don't look at them or we don't use them. Mudra loan, it has 3 options. Up to 50 K, then it is 5 lakh, it is 10 lakh. You go online, you go to MSME site, there are eligibility criteria laid down. It is not difficult to have it. I think many businesses are now using this Mudra loan. MSME business loan in 59 minutes, it is up to 1 crore. So they take 4 to 5 days to process your thing. Once your file is picked up, they say in 59 minutes, they say yes or no, and your loan is sanctioned. Then National Small Industries Corporation subsidy. This subsidy is helping the businesses as marketing support and credit support, 2 areas. This is also very easily accessible. The businesses can go, the industrialists can go to MSME site and check this. Very, very useful. Stand Up India, this is again 10 lakh to 1 crore. This current government has brought in this policy and it is working very fine. Idyogini is for women entrepreneurs, and those women entrepreneurs who are eligible for it. My experience is, I have talked to so many people, they say it is so easy to get. Government is looking for women entrepreneurs to give this loan up to 15 lakhs. So all small businesses, our ladies are running, it is a fantastic government scheme. Then credit guarantee scheme for micro and small MSMEs, credit guarantee scheme is for 2 crore. This is also, please, if you want to take a screenshot of these, you can take a screenshot, visit MSME site, visit online to these. You will find getting all these loans are not very difficult. There are organizations who will help you get these loans. There are organizations who will do the paperwork for you, or you yourself can easily do it. The best thing is most of the loans do not ask collateral. Do not ask collateral. So that makes things very easy for us. All that you need is, let us look at the total business scenario of our country. There are 6.35 crore MSME businesses in our country, registered and non-registered, both. 6.35 crore businesses in the country. So it's a very big number. And amazingly, out of this, 6.3 crore are micro businesses. So you know what a micro business is? Micro businesses which involve up to 1 crore of investment and the turnover up to 5 crores. What does it mean? It covers the majority of the businesses in the country. Majority of the business in the country it covers. So when we look at the TV programs like Shark Tank, and we say, oh my God, I have to create a company, I have to look at the share. This is all, that's a show. Please understand that. That's a show. They have different objective. But the reality is there are about 1,54,000 registered companies. Just 1,54,000 registered companies in India. And this will be more interesting. Only 5,311 companies are listed in Bombay Stock Exchange, and 2,113 companies are listed in National Stock Exchange. This is the entire business study. That means the huge size, the big size businesses are very small, very, very small. The businesses that you and me are doing are 6.35 crore. What does it mean? More than 97% of businesses get their financing needs fulfilled by conventional resources. You know what are the conventional resources? I have earlier told in the first few slides. The conventional resources are these schemes and these up to first and third and fourth, fifth and sixth. These are the conventional resources. Most of our credit requirements are fulfilled by these conventional resources every day used by small businesses, right? So don't get fascinated that to start a business, we have to look for funding, we have to look for investor, angel investor or VC or whatever. Our needs will be fulfilled. Majority of our needs will be fulfilled by the conventional resources available. And those conventional resources are very, very flexible and accessible to every business. Now, to get that funding, what we need to do, करना क्या है, हमें करना क्या पड़ेगा, वो वहाँ उन conventional resources से पैसा लेने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? Work on your credit worthiness. कि आपको कोई उधार दे सके, उसके ऊपर काम कीजिए. 4-5 बहुत important point है, बहुत very important points to take care when you work on your credit worthiness. I think आप सब लोग, all of you are sitting here are in business. You understand what CIBIL score is. That is one parameter. All lenders, they follow CIBIL score. So CIBIL score is that CIBIL tell you 300 to 500 score according to CIBIL is poor. 550 to 650 is average. 650 to 750 is considered good. And 750 to 900 is excellent. This is according to CIBIL. But how the lender works is the figure given at the bottom of this slide. This is how the lender works. They play safe, right? They have for poor, they have kept the bigger category. Even up to 639, they consider it poor. Up to 670, they consider it fair, okay, average, whatever. From 690 to 720. So they created good. And for excellent, they have brought down the bar. 720 to 850. This is how lenders operate. to fall in the right category of being a good or a good, worthy for loan, worthy for credit, worthy for borrowing. Number one, stay a good paymaster. In your business transactions, your reputation should be that you are good paymaster. I will go a step ahead. You should be the best paymaster. Whether it is your vendor, whether it is any other creditor of yours, you should be considered as good paymaster. Keep the credit balance as low as possible. Now you will ask, sir, if we have taken some credit limit and that credit limit is according to our need, how can we keep it low? Because we have to use that. वो जो हमने credit लिया है वो use करने के लिए है, उसको low कैसे रख सकते हैं? But you know, these CIBIL and other lending companies, they act in a very strange way. They give you the maximum score if your average credit used is somewhere between 30 to 40%. That means whenever you have a need, you use that money. When the money comes back to you, you deposit back. You don't keep that money with you, or you don't keep that money floating, or you don't keep that money lying with the debtors of yours. Recover that money, put that back. So when you keep your balance at lowest possible, you are rated the best in the score, or the good or excellent, you can. Effective debt management. That's again a very interesting way of doing. When you are a good paymaster, when you have a good reputation with your bank or with your lender, a lender, understand, is a businessman. He also has to make money. He wants to lend to the people who are sure to pay back and who use money in a better way. So they will come to you. They will say, take more money. But there you have to understand how effectively you can manage your debt. I give you my example. One of my companies, we have a borrowing of about 10 crores from a bank, and then this bank was putting us pressure. Sir, you need, now your sales is growing, you need more money. Why don't you take? We will give you 30% increase. No files required. We will do it immediately within 24 hours. All those things they were telling. So when we were calculating, we sat on it and we thought, oh my God, this is the lending cost is very high. And at during that period, our properties which we built for our residents, those properties were becoming free from EMIs. So what we did, we immediately told the bank, okay, we want you to reduce our cash credit facility. That 10 crore we don't want, we want to reduce it to 6 crores. And we are giving you the property of 8 crores, give us 4 crore of loan against property. The rate of interest is much lower than cash credit limit. And the beauty is within 5 years, that loan will be paid off and our facility will come down. Our profit will increase. That is effective debt management. And the effect on bank happened was when this cash credit limit went down, they rated us as the best borrower, because instead of taking, when we were eligible for bigger debt, we reduced that. Then again is long period credit accounts. These lenders, they look at how quickly you shift your lenders. 3 years you have used one bank, 3 years you use some other, or 3 years, quickly you keep on shifting. Then they feel that there is something fishy with your business. They rate you from your transactions with your lender and how healthy transactions you have been doing and how long you have been doing, maintaining it. Then comes your loans and EMI payment discipline. There, the CIBIL is very, very cruel. One check bounce, one EMI bounced, one loan not paid in time, your score goes drastically down. So there you have to be very, very careful. So only 5 points to work on. There are so many other points, but these 5 are very crucial, very, very critical. Work on that. So there are certain red flags you also have to take care to be credit worthy. आपको क्रेडिट वर्दी रहने के लिए कुछ चीजों का बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा अपने बिजनेस के लिए। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपको बहुत आसानी से पैसा बाजार से मिलता रहे, नेगेटिव फीडबैक फ्रॉम योर कस्टमर एंड कंज्यूमर्स। आजकल तो दिखता है, आजकल गूगल दिखा देता है, आपकी वेबसाइट दिखा देती है, आपके मार्केट में रेपुटेशन से पता चल जाता है, आपके रिव्यूज दिखा देते हैं। जो नेगेटिव फीडबैक है वो आपके स्कोर को नीचे लेके जाता है। Check dishonored, as I told earlier, check dishonored or EMI default is cruel. It's very, very bad. It is bad for the health of your business. High credit utilization. High credit utilization is, suppose your business is requiring X amount and you are using the credit up to that X amount, total up to where your own capital is negligible. Suppose आपको 100 रुपया चाहिए और आपने 90 रुपए लोन ले रखे हैं, that high credit utilization वो भी आपके जो फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ को खराब करती है। आपका अपना कैपिटल, आपका अपना पैसा कहाँ है, आपका अपना जो बिजनेस जनरेट करता है, क्या वो आपकी उस लेंडिंग को नीचे लेके जा रहा है क्या? ऐसा तो नहीं कि आपकी क्रेडिट यूटिलाइजेशन हर वक्त हाई रहती है। राइट ऑफ योर डेटर्स, आपकी डेटिंग पॉलिसी, डेट पॉलिसी कैसी है? यू आर डूइंग बिजनेस, यू हैव टेकन money from the market, money from the bank, and while doing business you have very bad debtors. Your customers are not paying you back, and every year you write off so many debts. That's again a dangerous thing. Negative cash flow. You are always in a cash crunch. Every now and then you go to the bank for ad hoc limit, for ad hoc loans. Every salary day you look here and there to get that money to pay salary to your employees. So that negative cash flow is again a red flag to your credit worthiness. Too many credit accounts, too many credit accounts. You have taken loan on from your bank, you have taken loan from a non-banking finances, you have taken unsecured loans from different people, you have also taken loan from microfinancer, you have also used all your credit cards and taken loan. That's again reflects that your credit worthiness is doubtful. Now, these are few points which are very essential for your business when you seek loans from conventional resources. When you seek loans from banks, when you seek assistance from even government organizations, government schemes, these points are very critical, very, very essential. And you will see the shown in these both the slides are not managing these things are not very difficult. If you are doing a good business, if you are having good business practices, all those things are manageable and बड़ी आसानी से किए जा सकते हैं, बहुत तरीके से किए जा सकते हैं, right? Now I come to the point where all of us get fascinated कि ये बाहर के investors से पैसा कैसे लेके आना, how to bring money, those are. So that is also a business process. So let's discuss about that. उसके बारे में भी हम बात करते हैं. Making a business presentation for whatever purposes you have is as serious a project as doing business itself. सबसे पहला काम होगा आपका कि आपको एक बिजनेस प्रेजेंटेशन देनी पड़ेगी to seek outside investors, to bring outside money in your business. They expect you to make a presentation. आजकल तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा common हो गया है. Even if you are looking for cloud funding, it's your business presentation that attracts the cloud funding. जो आप online funding लेके आते हो. Right? To start with, there are 3 musts. आपको प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना है तो 3 चीजें बहुत जरूरी आपको ध्यान में रखनी. योर ऑब्जेक्टिव, आपके बिजनेस का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? एक ऑब्जेक्टिव कि आप ये बिजनेस क्यों करना चाहते हैं. दूसरा मेजर, आपके दिमाग में क्या चला है, आपको ये लाइफ टाइम बिजनेस खुद चलाना है या आपको एक कंपनी क्रिएट करनी है, उसके इर्द गिर्द कुछ वैल्यूएशन करनी है, उसके बाद कंपनी कहीं बेच के एग्जिट हो जाना. यू पीपल हैव नाउ, आजकल के जमाने में हम वही देख रहे हैं. ऑल न्यू स्टार्टअप्स, दे हैव वन थिंग इन देयर माइंड कि एक कंपनी क्रिएट करो, उसके इर्द गिर्द वैल्यूएशन क्रिएट करो, बाहर से पैसा फंडिंग लेके आओ, उसकी वैल्यूएशन क्रिएट हो गई, सेल इट टू समबडी, निकल जाओ. You should be very clear about your objective. आपका objective क्या है? Then what is the USP? What is that one special thing which you are doing and nobody else is doing? वो unique selling proposition आपकी क्या है? And आप बात किससे कर रहे हो? आपके customers कौन हैं? ये 3 चीजें आपके दिमाग में रहेंगी, तब आप presentation, अपनी business presentation बनाएं. अब ये जो बिजनेस प्रेजेंटेशन है, इट इज नथिंग. आप बहुत बार मैंने देखा कि हमारे जो लोग हैं वो सोचते हैं कि यार ये जो बिजनेस प्रेजेंटेशन है ये बहुत हाई फंडा चीज है. ऐसा नहीं है. आप जितने लोग सेल्स में हैं, बिजनेस मींस कि हम लोग सेल्स तो करते ही हैं. वॉट एवर यू डू फॉर योर सेल्स प्रेजेंटेशन, इट इज एग्जैक्टली और इट इज सिमिलर टू दैट. ये वैसा ही है, ये वैसा ही है. नंबर 1, गेट अटेंशन. आपके जो प्रोस्पेक्टेड इन्वेस्टर्स हैं या लेंडर्स हैं, उनकी अटेंशन आप कैसे इमीडिएटली उनकी अटेंशन कैसे लेते हैं. शो द नीड ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज. आपकी जो प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस है उसकी जरूरत, व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज, हाउ दैट नीड इज सो मच प्रेसिंग इन द सोसाइटी. इसकी जरूरत इतनी जबरदस्त क्यों है, ये आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा. देन show how it will fulfill the need. उस जरूरत को आपका प्रोडक्ट कैसे फुलफिल करेगा. How your product is going to fulfill that pressing need of the society or the bunch of the customer or a special segment, उसको कैसे पूरा करेगा. That you have to show. Then explain the benefits of buying it. It is possible that there is similar kind of product or service available in the market. Why your product should be bought? What are the benefit of buying your services? What is the benefit of using your product? You have to explain it. Then offer the testimonials from previous user. उसके कुछ पहले user तो होंगे ना. Those previous users, keep those testimonial reserves. Those responses from the users, use that. Then make a proposal. As आपने वो शॉक टैंक में भी आज क्या देखते हैं कि कैसे वो बाद में प्रपोजल बनाई जाती है कि for this much of money I will give this, for this much of money this is for. So what is that proposal? And finally ask for closing. Who is interested? I am giving you. चलिए, कौन ले रहा है? क्या मैं आपको आप इंटरेस्टेड हैं? Ask for that closing. It is what exactly you do when you sell your product. It is just an ordinary sales pitch. Similarly, you have to make your pitch to an investor. वैसी ही pitch तैयार करनी है. The pain and the pleasure story. This is very interesting. The pain and the pleasure story is the interesting part of your why you are in this business or why this business or why ये आपने सोचा क्यों कि ये इसी को लेके आए और उसमें वो कौन सी तकलीफ को दूर कर रहा है या वो कौन सा आनंद लेके आ रहा है, वो which pain it is removing or which pleasure it is bringing. When you are able to explain that very well to the investor, your investor is in at the first point. This is what we have heard, that a red bus story or Oyo story, when they start with their pain and pleasure story कि मेरे को छुट्टियों में घर जाना था, I wanted to go but I didn't have the bus, I thought well, there has to be a portal or वो सब, that is all the pain and pleasure story. This is all about that. The recent sensation, Chat GPT, how big pain they have removed, how big a pain they have removed, and what a pleasure using that Chat GPT. Our trainers know, those who had the handicap in designing the content. So easy, what a pleasure, just at a click. And imagine by removing that pain and giving that pleasure, how many customers they attracted. It is a world record. 10 million every month. Can you imagine? With zero customer acquisition cost. Zero customer acquisition cost. अभी तो वो 50 रुपए देना, वो ride free देना, ये सब all no bullshit. Simple, because the pain and pleasure story is so strong, they don't have to spend on customer acquisition. वहां कुछ खर्चा ही नहीं किया. And 10 million people every day, 13 million people every day visit ChatGPT, OpenAI platform. Every day, 13 million people. So when you talk about that pain and the pleasure, your investor will run for it. Then document all your claims. Whatever claims you have, create an authenticated document about it. So when you submit that file or when you send them the digital format of it, let them see the authenticated document. Whatever you claim, it is documented. You say it is, we are an ISO company. You say it has been tested through these the product has this test, all test reports, everything has to be there, documented. Then understand, these investors, they invest in your expertise. They may like your business idea. They may like your business plan, but they want to see what is your expertise about it. So highlight your as well as your team's expertise. The people in your team, what is their expertise? And the expert people about the industries, where are they placed in your team? You cannot say that there is a technological expert we have brought who is running the technology of my company and he is a junior manager. No, if the entire business is he is the fulcrum, his technological knowledge is the fulcrum of your entire business, he has to be CDO or somebody CTO, right? So then they will understand that there are technological backups, strong technological backups, and they can invest in that. So they are looking for the expertise, your and your people expertise. Now, this is very crucial, please understand. Not getting fascinated by whatever is happening in this startup thing, ecosystem and whatever. First, it is your business. Your business is not similar to any other business. Any other means any other business. Your business in itself is very unique. Look at your business and then decide whether you need outside investment or you don't need. It's very crucial to understand this. It's not because everybody else is doing it, I should also do it. Does your business really and critically need money? I have used two words, really and critically need money. So sometimes you feel that your business needs money, but it can be managed from within. Sometimes that means you really don't need money, and critically to high. And sometimes you need money, but it is not that critical that for that money you give away your equity, you give away your right to take decisions, right? Is it that critical? You have to first give answer to this question to yourself. Why do you really want that outside money? For what purpose you will use that money? What is that big why? What is that big reason why that money will be used? Correct? Then is it a short-term or a long-term need? Again, this will decide which money you will be using, whether you will be using money from an angel, whether you will be using money from a VC, whether you will be using money from a bank, whether you will be using an unsecured loan from any of your one of your relative. That will decide. Now, this is, I have used it in the red line. This is again very critical. Do you know the price of it? To take that money, what are you giving? What is the cost of it? When you take money from the bank, there is a rate of interest. But bank is not at all interested in the profits of your profit sharing, in the controlling of your business, in the equity of your business, the wealth you have. They are not, bank is not interested, but the investor is interested. If the investor says, give me 20% of your stocks, 20% of your equity, and put me on your board, I will also be the part of the decision making. Please understand, you are losing the major part of your wealth. Not only the wealth, the major part of the control. You are losing that control also. Please understand, your equity in the business is your wealth. And your idea, your passion can best be pursued by you only. When you know, your passion knows that this decision has to be taken, and the lender or the investor tells, no, nothing doing, you cannot do it. Running business will be a big problem. So understand, before giving the equity of your business, before giving the control, some part of the control of your business, understand what price are you paying for that money. Then are you prepared to that price? When you know the price, then the next question to this is, are you ready to pay the price, that price? If you are ready to pay that price, and if all those questions are answered, go for it. But without asking these 5 questions, please do not go for that outside investment. Do not take this hasty decision. The crux is in the figures that you present. What are the figures required? There lies the crux. What are the figures they are interested? Let me show you. What is your revenue model? How the money will come to the business? How easily and obviously money will come to the business? How strong is the revenue model of the business? You may have a unique idea, but imagine if the people around, the audience, the customer is not yet ready to use your product or services, the revenue model will be very weak. So you have to convince your investor how easily and how obviously the money will flow in your business, the revenue. Then to support that, you also have to show them the initial success, actual revenue earned so far. Suppose it's a new business, you have run it for 6 months, you have run it for 1 year. During that 1 year, what are the figures? How this revenue has come? How many customers acquire? What is is it making loss or is it making profit? Where is the break even? How soon are you striking the break even? You want to know those figures. That break even कितनी जल्दी हो जाएगा? कितना पैसा लगाया, उस पैसे की वापसी कब आ जाएगी? When your business will start making money? The profit quotient. How maybe in the beginning you are not making the profit, but very soon, whether either from the volume, increasing volume of the business, or with the time you will be increasing you will be able to increase the price of your service, the profit will increase. That profit quotient the investor want to see. The growth potential, is it scalable? इसको कितने बड़े लेवल पे स्केल किया जा सकता है? क्या इसे डिजिटाइज किया जा सकता है? कैन इट बी टेकन टू द एंटायर ग्लोब? वो कितनी बड़ी कम्युनिटी को सर्विस करेगा? कितना बड़ा ऑडियंस होगा? That growth potential they would like to see. The customer acquisition cost. Now, as I have told, the product like GPT, zero cost customer acquisition cost. But the product like Zomato, the product like Google Pay and other, they spent hell amount of money. They spread 1,000 rupees per customer. This is unbelievable. That's why these companies for years together do not make profit. They are still loss-making company. There are so many big giants. Till today, they are making losses because of very high customer acquisition cost. And the return, it takes years, rather decades to get that return. उसकी वापसी के लिए दशकों लग जाते हैं. Ease of scaling up. First, I talked about the potential of growth, then ease of how easily that scaling up can be done. Currently, digitization is the buzzword. How digitization can take it to the next level. How this business can be made 10x and 20x and 100x and 200x. How this can be scaled up. They want to see these figures. Your offering and ease to profitable exist. They also want to see what do you offer, for how much money, what are you offering, कितने पैसे के लिए कितनी इक्विटी दे रहे हो या कितने राइट्स दे रहे हो, what are you giving. उसके और उसका जो आपको पैसा दे रहा है उसका प्रॉफिटेबल एग्जिट वो आपसे कंपनी से निकलेगा कैसे, प्रॉफिट कमा के पैसा कमा के निकलेगा कैसे. They also want to see this. So these are very, very crucial figures. This is the crux. When you make your presentation, keep these figures ready and healthy. Then certain few tips. Look professional when you make your presentation. Talk personal. Use the names of your team people. Use the name of the people who are addressing. You should look very, very personal, interested in the people, but you should look very professional. We is definitely more attractive than me. The investor, the person who is looking at your presentation, he should not at any point of time feel that it is only you who is running the business. The entire business is revolving around only one person. No, they don't want to see. They want to see a group of people, a team, So always use we, I and my team, my core team. Let them see the passion in you. That passion should, when you make that presentation, they should see it. They should feel it. When they see the real passion in you, believe me, I have seen many investors, they overlook some weaknesses of your figures. There are people who are mad, they invest in your passion. So always look passionate about your business. And finally, work well on the obvious question. They will ask 1,000 questions. Please work well, work very well on those obvious questions. So my dear friends, this was all about, I wanted to talk about the financing. This was just basic. I want you to understand. So if you have any question, you are welcome. We have 8-9 minutes. I'll switch off I'll stop sharing. And it's over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Our national chairman, sir, is with us. Yes, national chairman, sir. Hello. Okay. Maybe he's traveling, so he's facing some network issues. No problem. If you have any questions, yes, Mr. Sub from Zone 9.
Hello, hi, thank you so much. This is Shubh Thakre, JCOM Nagpur, Zone 9. Raman sir, you are really amazing. It was really nice session from your side. So my question is related to that. How the JCOM will help to raise funding for any kind of the startup? And are we have any group of investor with us?
JCOM can always bring in our guest meeting where we call guest speakers. We can always bring those people. If we have startups in our table, our members have some startup, we can do that. Otherwise, there is no such designed program to help startups for funding. Look, JCOM is for your members' growth, right? So it won't be possible that all 50, 60 members of your table are startups, right?
Yes, JC Dr. Kishore. Sir, unmute yourself.
Kishore, unmute.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Raman sir, the session was wonderful because I have been personally working on some startups and I can understand the in-depth details you have taken us through. In fact, it's an eye-opener for me. बहुत चीजें आपने जब बताया बहुत ही revealing था. So one point which I would like to really ask you is, there are the startups who burn cash, and आपने बताया था it takes decades for them to build their customer base and then get the returns on that. So एक मेरा एक doubt इसमें है, by the time they wait for decades, new technology and new opportunities, one day Eatabase is existing, all the hard work what's gone in. अभी जो chat GPT जो आया है, it has really affected a lot of startups which were working on certain dreams which are burning cash. So what is your take on that, sir, this point?
See, it is very, very individual opinion. If you ask my opinion, I am deadly against burning cash. Because if you are running a serious business, you cannot run for a longer period making losses. It can be for a very small time. The business which you start and which you want to run for generations must start making profit. If it is not making profit and if it is burning cash, that means you are looking some fool to come and take over. Simple.
Thank you so much, sir.
There is in chat, there is a question, how many banks we should approach for one proposal? I think at least 2-3 banks. So even if your books are healthy, your figures are healthy, you can still negotiate with the bank. I give you one example. In 2004, I was sitting in Hero Cycle's office in Suresh Manjalji with Suresh Manjal. that time they were looking for about 80-90 crores of loan, and their Allahabad Bank and State Bank were their regular bankers. Citibank came. They sent a proposal to Citibank also. I was sitting there. Citibank came. That time the rate of lending was 8%, 8.5% given to the big loans. Citibank came and they started negotiating with them. And Sureshji said, I'm looking for 100 crores, about 100 crores at 4%. I laughed. I said, this is what Sureshji is talking. Looking for 100 at 4% when the rates are 8.5%. And to my surprise, within 7 days, Citibank gave 120 crores to Hero Cycle at 4.2%. Can you imagine? So take your proposal to at least 2-3 banks. If you are healthy, take your proposal. Yes, there are a few questions in the chat box if somebody can read.
Sir, can we get the details of the schemes and bank which will not ask for the
Collateral. You visit MSME, my dear, visit MSME portal. Most of the schemes do not require collateral. Most of the schemes. Visit MSME portal or in your local MSME branch, go personally there. They are very nice people. They will help you like anything. If you are doing a real good business, they will help you. They are looking for businesses to come forward. Go there.
Sir, one more question is that if we are not healthy enough, can I still approach and negotiate for the loan of at most 15 lakhs?
If your business is not healthy, if your figures are not healthy, if your CIBIL score is poor, nobody give you a loan. Even your dad will not give you. So that is the first qualification. You have to have a healthy business figures.
Sir, JC Lakshmi Narayan from Osur table 1.0. 1.1.
Yes, Lakshmi.
My question is how to forecast ahead of times in the business obsolescence in the business.
How
to identify the obsolescence in the business ahead of times.
What I understand from your question, Lakshmi, you are asking how to forecast the needs of the business, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right. So if you are in the business and you know the customers and you know the trends, you keep on visiting the exhibitions, you keep on visiting the international forums and the national forums relating to your industry. It is very easy to do. You know the trends. Right?
Yeah.
If you know what your competitors are doing, if you know that there is something which is related, like now, yesterday I was looking at one video that somebody sent me. He said the mason will be out of their job, and a printer will take over that job. Can you imagine a printer? Printer will do the mason's job, will build the buildings. So it's a 3D printer which is now building the builders. So if you are into a building company, you are a builder, you must understand, you must know, you should have the first-hand information. Look, there is a thing called 3D printer which is coming and which will take that cement and everything and build a building, and it's only computer operated. You have to put the design on the computer and the printer will build up the building. You will understand what is the future of your business.
Yeah.
That is entrepreneur's job.
Yes. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much for hearing your voice even after 30 years. Your voice is so encouraging us or motivating us. Thank you, Jay.
Yes, sir. Do we have any question?
हाँ सर मैंने देख लिया. Hello.
It's 12 o'clock. I think we can close.
Yes, sir.
I have given my number on my last slide. if anybody wants any help or any doubt to be cleared, you can just WhatsApp me.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for giving your.
My number is in the chat box, sir. It's over to you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for giving your time and giving excellent guidelines and training to our JCOM and JCI India members. I humble request to all, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Request to all. Yes, thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much, our national chairman, sir, for this initiative of JCOM hours. And thank you very much, all members, for joining this today and learn about the fundings from the sir. Our next week on 23rd of April at 11 a.m. Our speaker is PNB Subramaniam sir, and the topic is profit. Learn proven ways and means to have a profits and grow exponentially. So we can end this meeting here. Thank you very much, Raman sir, once again, and thank you very much, National Chairman sir and JCI India for arranging this type of programs for our members. Thank you all for joining. I, JCI Senator Komal Kumar Sir, hereby adjourn this today's JCOM hour. Thank you very much. You can leave the meeting, and I request JCI India to end the meeting.